Hello everybody, this is Tekka. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is covering the Google Pixel 6. Now, out of any flagship that's ever come out, this is probably one of the only ones that I'm actually excited for. This is coming from somebody who usually buys phones that are 2 years old. For example, I've been using the OnePlus 7T for a good amount of time, and this is probably going to be the first brand new phone that I buy, and I think that's for good reason. There's a lot of things to be looking forward to. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is highlighting an announcement that Google made today, talk about all the information that is available from Google, and then once we cover everything that's kind of for sure, we're going to be getting into some of the more detailed rumored specifications and all that good stuff. So all this came today when Google tweeted out a thread of tweets giving you some sneak peeks into primarily the actual physical design. There isn't really too much concrete exact specifications, but overall this is an absolutely beautiful phone. We've seen kind of leaks of what case designs are going to be, so we kind of knew about this right here, this little camera bump, but actually seeing the phone and the color options and everything like that is pretty cool. So getting to their official announcement, there will be the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. Both will be coming later this year, supposedly around fall, and they're going to have their own chip in the phone called the Google Tensor. Now there's not much information on that either, but I will be talking about that in more detail in just a sec. You can kind of see the phones here, like we said, it was going to have that bump right there, and overall the colors are absolutely beautiful. If we go over here to Google's website where you can actually sign up to get some updates and news and all that about pre-ordering, and scroll down here, we can see some of the designs of the Pixel Pro and the Pixel 6, including the color schemes. For the Pixel 6 Pro, we kind of have this blend between this like super light yellow and gold. And then if we go over here, we have the basic plain gray and white, and then we have a black and gray theme. And if we go over to the Pixel 6, it gets a little bit more colorful. We have this red and kind of beige color. And then we have a light blue and like a really light olive green. And then we have the basic black, just like over here with the Pixel Pro. Now, if you're somebody like me who has to or is going to probably end up ordering this through T-Mobile, this right here is probably going to be the options that I have. So I'm probably going to get a black phone. And one thing that we do notice is this the area above this super wide camera bar is a little bit bigger on the Pixel Pro, and that's more than likely because the Pixel Pro is going to be a larger screen size, so that is why you have the more room there. And they actually did mention this in their tweet, but they didn't specify much further other than the fact that it's bigger. As far as the cameras, for sure the Pixel Pro will have 3 cameras, including that telephoto lens with a 4x optical zoom, but the Pixel 6 will not have that telephoto lens, but it will have all the same great cameras as the Pixel 6, just missing that one. And now the actual chip. Absolutely no specifications have been released as far as I can tell in my hour of researching this, but according to Google, it is going to be one of the fastest, most secure Pixels out there. And we can see that right here. If we scroll up, we can see the Meet Google Tensor, which is their Pixel. This picture animation really doesn't mean anything other than if you ripped open your phone, it might have a G on it. But it says it's a brand new chip designed by Google, custom made for the Pixel. It helps the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro be the fastest, smartest, and most secure Pixel yet. No core count, no gigahertz, no nothing like that, but it's gonna be better. Back to the camera thing, they tweeted out that there is no examples that they can post of the actual cameras, but then they shameless plugged a link to their Google Pixel Instagram, which has pictures if you're interested in what the other Pixels capabilities are. And next is UI. They're going to use their material design UI that they talked about in a keynote. Overall, it's supposed to be a really clean design. Everything, it's a material design. So if you pick like an accent color, for example, it's going to manipulate colors in not all, but a lot of the stock applications that are on the device. You kind of see here the screenshot of the example. So like this is like a yellow one. A lot of these lock screens are different, so it is customizable to a certain extent. For me, this is kind of the theming I like to go with on my devices anyway, so it's going to be nice that I'm not really going to have to work too hard to get the look that I'm going for. And if you are interested more about their actual material design, I'll link down below, which is a Google keynote. Very long video, but it does talk about the material design thing if you're interested in that. One big thing that they supposedly worked on was speech. With their new processor, they say that the voice commands, translations, captioning, and dictation will be significantly improved, but nothing more beyond that, other than some more details, a link to that store thing we were talking about. I'll link to this thread down below as well if you're interested, but what we really care about is these rumored specifications. This is on cnet.com for full disclosure, but supposedly the Pixel 6 will be rocking a 6.4, while the Pixel 6 Pro will have a 6.7-inch display, FHD with 90 Hz versus QHD Plus with 120 Hz refresh rate. The rear camera on the Pixel 6 is estimated to have a 50 megapixel wide angle lens, which that is awesome, with a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens, while you'll have, like I said, the same things, well, what Google said, the same things on the Pro, but you'll have that additional telephoto lens, which is rumored to be a 48 megapixel camera. Front cameras are rumored to have a 8 megapixel and a 12 megapixel, while the battery of the Pixel 6 is sitting right about 4600 milliamps compared to 5000 milliamps with the Pixel Pro. RAM is 8 and 12. Storage, the options are 128 and 256 for both, but apparently the Pixel Pro might have a 512 gigabyte option, and both of them are going to be rocking Android 12. That's a quick overview of the rumored specifications. You can see specs are still rumored there, so take that with a grain of salt. All that can change. But overall, I am incredibly excited for this phone. If you're thinking about purchasing one, make sure you let me know down below. Or even, what phone are you currently using, and is it good enough? I know right now, my 7T, if I wasn't interested in this phone, I personally have no reason to upgrade. That OnePlus 7T has been doing magnificent for the last 2 years. And if you are looking for a great phone at around $200 to $300, if you get it on like B&H Photo or whatever, it is really a steal of a deal. I actually did a review on the OnePlus 7T a while ago, so if you're interested in that video, you could click the I above. I'm not sure where it is. But with all that said, I do hope you have a beautiful day. Make sure you subscribe and you ring that bell so you do not miss any future uploads. With all that said, goodbye.